You're listening to a Bay of Islands Radio original podcast.
Incoming transmission.
Beam aboard for another episode of Sunday Night Geek, live from the Bay of Islands Radio Studio in Warnerville, Newfoundland. Find us online at boir.ca and by subspace transmission 100.1 FM or on Rogers Channel 9. Join our hosts, Angel Sky Cosplay, Sean the Tech Ninja, and the Big Dirty Nerd as they travel through time and space, review all the nerd news this week, talk about things nobody ever talks about, and answers questions no one asks. Hello and welcome to a new episode of Sunday Night Geek. I am the Big Dirty Nerd, Jeff. It's just Sean and I in the studio tonight. Angel Sky is doing the adult thing by working, out paying the bills.
Yeah, she's got to do grown up stuff.
Got to do grown up stuff.
There we go. Oh, I think that give it a little couple tweaks. It might. I think it might have a connection issue. Sounds like it's.
Oh, there's definitely a connection issue. I mean, this board is like 50 years old, so
it just needs a little deoxit and it'd be fine, I'm sure. Plus, I think those things are serviceable. Yeah, no. So I was home doing some gardening and getting the start on the shed, and then company came by, and so I made pizza and we had drinks out on the deck like a nice Sunday would on a nice sunny day after the week of rain we had. Yeah, it's nice to have a nice day like today, though.
It is. Before we get into the show, though, we don't do this very often. I don't think we've done this at all, but I want to do a show dedication tonight. I'm dedicating this show to a friend of mine who lives in Bullhead City, Arizona. Her name, and I know she's listening right now, and she's probably clapping her hands and going right geeky.
Yeah.
Her name is Laura. We met online during the pandemic through the wonderful Twit box. Bonded over Doctor Who. She's a big Whovian.
Oh, nice.
So, of course, she listens to us a fair bit. And today is her birthday.
Oh, happy birthday, Laura.
Happy birthday, Laura,
Happy birthday,
from
Laura.
Bullhead City, Arizona.
That's good.
I'm not going to say her last name because, that's public.
Well, give her
private information.
Give her a little bit of privacy.
Give her a little bit of privacy. That's right. Yeah. So I just wanted to give her a shout out, and like I said, I know she's listening. I hope she continues to listen, even though we're going to branch off now and talk about all kinds of different things.
We need music like the old grand people's music for on Fridays on the news for when we do birthday things.
Yes.
Switch into something really corny.
What we need to do is we need to get one of those ticker tape things.
Yeah.
Something like NTV News.
Yes, that's
like the time they put Mickey Rourke and
we were
Axl
talking about
Rose
that today over dinner. We were talking about the day about because we were talking about like how fashion was in the 80s with rock. And then how it got to now. Yeah. And we're talking about Axl Rose, and it's he cut to now, where it's there with Mickey Rourke, and somebody passed him off as that couple that retired from Alberta.
Yeah, came back to Newfoundland. What was it, George and Maggie or something like that? Yeah, something weird.
I mean, Axl Rose looked like, was it, you put the hat on her, and a hat on him, he looks like the mom, the crime boss mom from the Goonies.
Oh, absolutely.
That's what it looks like.
Well, did you? Do you spend much time on Twitter? No,
a bit.
I don't know if this was on Twitter or Instagram, where a girl had posted a picture of Axl and said, "My God, he's so hot, and I would date him."
Yeah.
And Axl Rose came back and said, "That is literally me 30 years ago." And she's like, "Bullshit."
Oh, yeah.
I mean, Axl's what, in his late 50s, early 60s now?
Yeah, got to be, because he was in his early 20s, then was in the late 80s.
Yeah. So, life changes people, and he's put on weight, and he's a little more craggly than normal. And let's be honest, Guns N' Roses was known for being into the drug culture.
Yeah.
And
now he's into the KFC culture.
Now he's into the KFC culture.
Pretty much.
That's right, yeah. So, but he's still got that voice, man.
Yeah.
He's still got that wail, that voice.
He can still go. I mean, he filled in for Brian Johnson on AC/DC's World Tour there 2 years ago. Yeah.
So they gave AC/DC gave Brian the boot temporarily because he was having hearing loss.
Yeah, he had to have surgery or something.
Had to have surgery, and brought in Axl to do the world tour. And Axl did the world tour with AC/DC with a broken leg.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Apparently, he can still perform like anybody.
Perform fantastic.
This is a guy like really, in all honesty, Axl Rose should, at least in the rock and roll version of it, be doing like a 5-night-a-week show in Vegas kind of thing. Where he's got that kind of, he's in that point of his life.
Yeah.
He's still got the skill.
Yeah.
He can perform.
Yeah.
And at least then he can just go home at the end of the night.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what Britney Spears has been doing.
That's what she's
Celine
been doing.
Dion has done it.
Yeah.
Why not have a rocker up there doing it?
Sure, why not? Rather than these, lounge lizards.
Well, he owns almost all the rights to
singers.
the Guns N' Roses catalog anyway.
Does he? I thought
that's why
Slash
they
did.
couldn't when they reformed, did that Velvet Revolver thing. It was mostly all Guns N' Roses with like Scott Weiland from Stone Temple Pilots.
Yeah.
Yeah, they couldn't use the GNR name because Axl Rose owns it in its entirety.
Oh, I did not know that.
Yeah.
Okay, I thought Slash had some say in all that.
No, because Slash was in Velvet Revolver.
Gotcha.
Although I think they've been playing nice now lately for stuff like that because they all know their age and income level.
You get to that age and you kind of got to start mending fences kind of thing, right?
Well, one of the dance groups I listened to that they were like a bit artistic and they were vowing not to ever do anything on media or anything like that. In the new digital age, the KLF, they just started their own Vivo channel and everything. Everybody jokes KLF and now started their retirement fund. Well, that's the thing.
Well, this is the thing about new media, right? Because I mean, you could be I don't like saying has been, but you could be an older band.
Your time could have passed.
Time could pass and make a strong comeback just by using new media like YouTube and Facebook.
New
and
Kids on Block were able to
Vivo
make a second stab.
Yeah,
they did a tour and everything.
there you go, right? New Kids on the Block. Oh my God, they weren't my band. My band was no New Kids on the Block were. Get off your phone. We're on a show.
Yes, I'm just answering a couple of people. My God, who is it? Well, I mean, like, they had this big tour thing where it was Aqua.
Yes, the 90s
Prozac.
tour. Prozac.
And, like, a few others. And Prozac won't do it anymore now.
Really? How come?
They just said they're done with it because it was only a side project for Two Guys in the Philosophy Kings. You got in a fist fight and the group said, you guys got to get along.
Yeah.
You got to make an album.
Yeah.
What kind? Anything. Just, you got to get along. And they made Prozac. I was listening to it the other day because it's on Amazon Prime Unlimited, not a plug. And I was listening to all of it. It's like, man, this is actually a pretty crazy little album. They just went nuts on, I think.
Oh, okay.
Like, there's just one part, like the big guy is like talking about how he just likes watching women dance and stuff like that.
I see no problem with
this.
this.
It's like I like to watch.
Oh.
Yeah. It's all the songs are innuendo.
Dance.
And there's another
quote
one called
unquote.
Shag Tag. It's a rainy day game to play, apparently.
Okay. All right, this is a family show.
Yeah, but I bet like they're cartoon characters. That's the funniest part. But like before, like social media was really a thing. They were like already a bit digital tuned. But I would like catch one of those little last tours. Like Two Unlimited still tour apparently. One that had
Two Unlimited?
They were like get ready for this. A lot of this arena music they would hear in the 90s. They were like the group that they were drawing upon a lot of the music from.
Okay.
You'd know them to hear them. You would know them to hear them.
Probably.
Oh yeah, no. If you want any hockey game, or,
I mean, my music catalog is not diverse.
Yeah.
Right, like I am AC/DC, Metallica, Guns N' Roses.
You would have heard them at an event somewhere.
Okay.
They very much a staple of like anything like that.
Okay.
You hear them like if you ever have to watch a hockey game or anything like that, like you hear snippets of their music even being played for stuff like face-offs and that.
Okay.
Yeah, but I'd like to go see one of these. No interest in like Nickelback or something. But
you know what though? As much as people shit on Nickelback, I'd go watch Nickelback in a heartbeat. I would.
I have friends who are going. I would.
Yeah.
Friends are going. I would. Just myself seeking. It's just they're just not even like not even crapping on them. Just like they're just not my thing.
But why don't people like Nickelback? And
So,
if
the formula, they've actually put songs side by side and they've literally played out the same in the same timestamps. They literally had a copy and paste right style.
So did AC/DC.
No, but that's what I mean. Literally, like they took two songs, played them side by side. The timings on the choruses, the refrains, the rises, everything. The songs, both songs, totally matched.
So
yeah, that's what I mean.
Same as AC/DC.
And people,
AC/DC got a formula that's worked for 50 years.
Yeah, but you're not defending them either because I got a lot of friends in Australia absolutely hate them.
Oh, sure.
In their own country, like there's only like some of the old stalwarts like them. Like it's like Nickelback here down in Australia. A lot of Australia hates AC/DC. That's what I mean. Like it's the same thing. It's like they got popular off of the same thing.
They got popular off the formula. Yeah.
Yeah, and then and then everybody else ripping them off, just like Nickelback. I mean, Theory of a Dead Man sounds just like a bunch of them. All just sound. It's like when Garth Brooks came out. Everybody tried to sing like Garth Brooks.
Yeah. No, that's absolutely right. You're right.
And that's why I don't like going and following some acts. Is just it gets lost from the main thing. I do get picky about my music and that sometimes.
Okay.
That's why I have a vinyl collection.
Okay. No,
that's why I'm one of those guys.
I'm not that picky about my music. Like basically, as long as I can do a thump, thump, thump.
But also stuff that's not on heavy radio play. Like that's why I'm glad Oz FM changed their format because you were hearing songs 3 times in an hour.
You know,
and they got so much crap for it they had to change their format.
You know what? They changed their format, but they're still playing the same 3 songs.
They also
in an
still
hour.
got the same snarly people over the radio in the morning. You're going to work too, and their voices get on my goddamn nerves. But sorry, well, we're not on TV, so I can swear a little bit. But yeah,
well,
that's what I mean.
We've got Oz playing at the office throughout the day now, and I'm like, how many times in the run of a day do I hear "One Week" by the Bare Naked Ladies? At least 10. I love the Bare Naked Ladies, don't get me wrong.
I go into work now and again. I know the girls have been using the cable to watch TV on the flat panel because the sound system switched over to Oz FM.
Yep.
I'm like, if anything, switch over to K-Rock. Like, it's a bit more age appropriate for us, for our people, right? But like, as soon as I come in and I hear Oz FM, off.
Turn it off.
No, I put on. It's not the best, but like,
they
went
went top 40 there for a little while. There for about 5 years?
Yeah.
And now they've switched back to...
They totally killed the electric lunch.
Yeah, they're gone back to that format.
Yeah, but that's what I mean. But that's what I mean. Back in the day, when they did that switch, they killed it. Right.
Yeah, yeah. But they're gone back to playing oldies. You knew that, right?
That's what I mean, right? Yeah. I've listened to them a little bit more, but like, and yeah, now they're just repeating a lot of popular songs through the years.
That's it. That's all they're doing.
They turn themselves into a greatest hits station.
Yep. Like
I
said,
K-Rock at least shows some.
Like I said, man,
we're not like, but no, we're not endorsing or denying it. It's just. That's my taste personally.
That's what I said. Like, I've heard 1 week by the Bare Naked Ladies 10 times a day, because that's all they play it, and then they play Copperhead Road 5 or 6 times a day. And it's like, boys, change this up.
About somebody growing pot in the backyard in Kentucky, but that song really is.
Well, that's what Cottonhead Road is.
Yeah. All it is. He brought back weed from Cambodia. Yep. Here is like, oh, cool, you're cool, guy.
Yeah,
I grow pot. You can hear.
Yeah.
To our listener in Arizona, federally, except for a few spots. But yeah, no, that's what I mean. Like it's still heavy rotation. Like at least Oz, they got a lot. Oz, K-Rock and things like that, a bigger catalog.
Yeah.
Radio 2 can even be pretty cool.
Radio 2 CBZ?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, just throwing out for music, right? Because they're usually more about music than anything.
Oh,
but I stream some stuff in that too, and I try to find other stations around with the.
And notice we're not talking about Bay of Islands Radio at all. Bay of Islands Radio is really good if you're a country fan.
Yeah, I'm not.
Sadly, I'm not either.
Old school country and outlaw country, maybe, but not current country. 10 years and onwards country, or 15 years onwards country, I've checked out.
No, I've never been a country fan. I can't get into it.
Like
never could.
I could get into old stuff like Waylon Jennings and like Willie
Johnny
Nelson,
Cash.
Johnny Cash. That's what I mean, like what outlaw country.
Yeah,
like
outlaw
that
country.
Stuff.
Johnny Cash.
Or
I
even
got
like
into
a bit of Kenny Rogers, like a little bit. Like that's pushing it, but like Kenny Rogers did rock too back in the day. He had a psych rock band before he got in the country.
Really?
Look it up sometime. Okay. Look it up on YouTube. Anybody's listening, look up Kenny Rogers psychedelic rock.
Okay.
And there's a whole thing. Him and the something or other, another band end up using the name afterwards, but it's like he's got brown hair too. It's before he started going gray, and like there's like psychedelic background and everything, doing like this psych rock music. Then he went over to country.
Interesting.
I mean, look at Taylor Swift. She started out in country.
Yeah, I don't listen to Taylor Swift either. So.
I don't like either, but I've heard her, and like what she is now versus what she was back then. It's like that's not CMT stuff.
I would have no idea.
Yeah,
don't know her sound at all.
Yeah. Loki dated her.
Did he?
Yeah, that happened for like a minute kind of thing. They did it for like a month. He tried to say, it's genuine, I love her. But it was like, everybody was even saying, it's like, this is another manufactured relationship that they were doing for her to sell her albums. Kind of like the whole, when Jennifer Aniston used to date all the time.
Yeah.
It's like, the newest co-star, who's she dating now? It's somebody she's acting with. And then after 3 movies, people caught on and her career didn't. Sorry.
Yeah, well, that's it. That's it.
I'm pissy sometimes.
I could care less what celebrities do. Like I was listening to something. I was listening to something the other day about Britney Spears when she did her whole head shave thing, and I was like, who cares?
Yeah, but that was more.
Who cares?
That was more, I think, her losing her mind.
Well, the
whole thing is going on with her now.
The woman is almost 40 years old, and she's in a conservatorship with her father.
She can't get out of it,
and she can't get out of it.
Yeah.
It doesn't make any sense to me.
American
We're not talking about geek stuff at all.
No, but I mean, like the stuff down there, the way the legal system works down there is very much different from ours. They don't have as much of a just society in their legal system. There's a lot of loopholes. People they leave in.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Well, I mean, it's nuts when a woman's body is more regulated than guns.
Yeah.
In the States, right? Yeah. Like it's just crazy. Anyway, that was 15 minutes of music and
That's
politics.
Our warm up, people.
That was our warm up. We normally don't go that far.
We did watch. I guess we're going to talk about He-Man Revelation.
My God.
Yeah.
So good.
I liked it. I
loved it.
Now, and it's not criticism, it's just he chose a certain direction. I don't know if he's using that continuity or what they call the United Continuity, which is the show they've managed to fit in the stuff from the old comics and that. Where like back in the day when you bought the toy and you had the comic, the comic was a different continuity. Yeah. That's a previous He-Man.
Yes.
Or the Power He, right?
Yes.
Because when, spoiler, you meet Hero at one point, he's supposed to be one that brought the power to Eternia.
Right.
But like, that also means if they're using that continuity, Skeletor is his uncle.
Yes, because wasn't Skeletor originally Keldor?
Keldor, and
Yeah.
he was from the other region of turning the blue skin people or whatever.
Right, yeah.
And Randor is his sibling by marriage because
Right.
if it was a royal marriage previous to Randor.
Which got in that was actually explored a little bit in the cartoon series or animated series.
Yeah.
That came out like a little while ago, like 5 or 6 years ago, or 3 years ago.
It's like actually 15 years ago.
What was it that long?
You're talking about that kind of reboot style.
Yeah,
one,
yeah,
too. Yeah. That was like turn of the century, man. That was like I was watching that Teletoon back in like
Blink,
2002 or so.
Wow, I had no idea
Yeah.
it was that long ago.
Yeah, but no, because Cyclone, that character is another one of those species of those people.
Oh, okay.
Blue skin people of
Okay.
Eternia.
Yep.
Yeah, Cyclone is like his. Yeah, Keldor is a blue skin also from that and blah blah. Yeah, so he's supposed to be Prince Adam's uncle.
Okay.
Yeah, so if they are observing it, although they make Greyskull look a little different from in the comics, they didn't
Yep.
make him white, which is cool because they acknowledge that there's different people on the
Yep.
planet.
And the armor that Greyskull and a couple of other characters are wearing seem to be variations from the He-Man toy line.
Yeah, so except for so the guy in the black outfit, the
Yep.
black chest piece,
Yep.
that's a walking Easter egg. So that's all an urban myth demystified. So real quick, I learned this from the horse's mouth, so to speak. Spectre Creative has a channel on YouTube. He was in charge of not only the DC line at Mattel, he was also in charge of the He-Man line with no cartoon.
Yep.
He just wanted to show it rest on his own laurels. So he went through forensically and through all the correspondences they had. So people claim that was Wonder Bread He-Man. That was the He-Man you got for Wonder Bread products. You mail back and you got that He-Man.
Okay.
And they call him Wondar. However, that is not actually what happened. So the Wonder Bread promotion was you mailed Wonder Bread and you got trading cards. People got that part mixed up. The other part was there was not a BOGO offer, but 3 proofs purchase, you get a free toy thing from Mattel, but it was for He-Man, Barbie, and 2 other lines.
Okay.
And what it was though, for the He-Man one, people were disappointed. You got a bagged figure with no armor on it whatsoever. It was a He-Man with like brown instead of like blonde and all that stuff. And he just had 2 little wimpy swords. So
Okay.
the other parts of it come in. There's an accessory pack that you could buy. Kids lose crap all the time. So they sold an accessory pack with recolored versions of the accessories. And that's the red Stratos armor that Stratos wears. That's black in this kit. And
Right.
people will put it on there because it matches the black belt and trimmings on this figure. So they dress up their figure with it and take pictures of it. And people assumed, oh, that must be the Wonder Bread He-Man. But it wasn't. It's actually an official item and an official mailway item combined together.
Come on together.
So that is who that character is, and they've canonized him last while because Spectre Creative explains it. Because he found the letter of parents who were less than thrilled that the kids are buying all these
yeah.
toys, and then
Yeah.
they mail in for this thing, and you get this crappy
get this
little
piece
just
of
loose
junk.
guy, right?
Yeah.
In a poly bag with a yellow piece of paper.
That's not cool.
They're worth a lot if you have them now, but yeah, back then it was like, geez, he doesn't even have like a chest harness or anything. They
Yeah.
said it in the letter, like the guy has a photocopy of the letter in the video. It was like, it's crazy. But yeah, there's a lot of fan service put in certain spots.
Well, even the character that has the Viking helmet, that was the original sketch
The 2 of them,
He-Man.
they were both prototypes. Like,
Yeah,
oh,
prototypes, yeah.
Because the way they flew out, I joked when I was watching with Angela, like, huh, see you later, prototypes.
Yeah. And that was nice. That was a nice little.
But they
nod
made her primitive to where she can't
to where
quite
she can't-
speak.
Yeah.
It's
But
just
that was a really
that's
nice little
really
nod.
cool
Yeah.
because they were going to do 3 lines. They're going to do a barbarian line, a future line, and a war
And a
line.
war line.
And the barbarian line won out, but they integrated stuff from the other 2 that they liked.
Yeah.
So that's what they got. But yeah.
And of course, this is all information I got from the toys that made us.
Yeah.
And also the other Netflix series that was out called The Power of Greyskull.
I get it from that and that, but I also get it from Spectre Creative because he was the guy behind the art book that Mattel put out 10
Right.
years ago. He's behind Super 7. He's behind all that because when he left Mattel, he went to do Super 7 because Super 7 contracts from Mattel. So he's the guy that's actually been behind this all.
Okay.
And he explains like a lot of stuff. Like he explains the first variant figure, which is the gold suit Batman figure from '89 and all this stuff. But he talks about like how that toy line, Masters Universe, only had 5 molds.
That's
really.
it. That's all
That's
I had.
it.
Yep. And Cringer or Battle Cat
Was from Big Jim.
was from the Big Jim toy
I got my
line.
Cringer still. I don't have the armor.
you really?
I'm trying to
Oh,
find
wow.
some files to print him some armor.
Yeah, that'd be very cool. Okay, so let's talk about the series a little
Yeah.
bit. So the series basically continues where the original 80s, we think,
Yeah.
where the 80s cartoon left off.
Seems to be pointing towards that, and then time's progressed.
And then time has progressed. It almost looks like there's like probably 5 or 10 years.
Although, visually, if you're going to watch it, He-Man, Prince Adam doesn't look like a muscle-bound.
No, which
Yeah.
I love.
They actually show him as what he's supposed to be.
As a
He's supposed
kid.
to be like a kid.
He's
yeah.
supposed to be like a 20-year-old kid.
Well, the only reason why they did is one, the parallel thing was recycling the toy into another mold kind of
Yeah.
thing, and on the show, recycling the cells.
That's it. That's the only
That's all they
reason.
did.
Yeah.
So yeah, because I was like, man, he's so muscly. Why can't he take care of himself like the rest of the people?
He was so wimpy. The original Prince Adam.
But
this Prince Adam was a little bit braver, though.
Yeah.
Did you notice that? Like he wasn't afraid to get into the mix.
And before they go off to battle, you realize Mom is caught on.
Mom knows who he is.
But has been keeping her lip tight, although she regrets it.
Yep. At the midway of the first episode.
Yeah, that's what I mean. She regrets it.
Yeah.
But then you learn, like, Tila has Man-at-Arms' old job. He's, like, retiring or whatever.
Yeah.
She's become the new general.
She's become the new Man-at-Arms as general, yeah. Was Duncan voiced by Liam Neeson?
No.
Who was that?
What's his name? Cuthbert. He's Onion Knight on Game of Thrones.
Okay.
You notice, he was one of the main Game of Thrones guys.
Okay.
And because Eva Lynn is Lena Headley.
Lena Headley.
There's 2 Game of Thrones cast members on this.
Yeah.
And he doesn't even sound that in real life. That's the same voice he used for when he played Onion Knight, but in real life he has an almost Cockney accent.
Yeah. And of course, Mark Hamill, Skeletor. Kaylee Cuoco, I think was Tila.
No, that's Buffy.
Oh, is that who that was?
Sarah Michelle Gellar.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. God, they sound an awful lot like
They do.
I really should have looked up the cast names before.
It is because there's a lot of people.
Yeah.
There's Henry Rollins is
Henry Rollins
Triclops.
is in it. Diedrich Bader is in it.
Yeah.
So I mean, there's a lot of talent in this.
Alan
in this
Oppenheimer,
series.
who originally voiced Skeletor, is Beastman, who does get a lot of...
Really?
Yeah, he plays
Okay.
Beastman. He's still active. Like, he was in Deep Space Nine and everything.
Yeah.
Oppenheimer is... I figured first, like, oh, why not? And then I realized, Hamill's not going to be on screen that long.
No, and he was only there like the first 10 minutes of the first episode,
Although he
and
leaned
the
a little
last 10 minutes of the last episode.
Although he did a little jokery thing. Thanks for the help, Lenny.
Yeah,
he did a little joker there.
The jokery thing, I got to tell you, I was a little bit going, oh, Mark, you're better than this. You didn't need to recycle the Joker for this character.
Yeah. Although he didn't quite, but he was pretty
Well,
devious.
it was close.
We're getting ahead of it.
Yeah,
but,
it was kind of close.
Yeah.
But overall, I mean, this series was a hell of a lot more darker than the original
Well, I
animated
mean,
series.
I felt bad for Roboto.
Roboto, yeah.
Like, oh my god, because he.
Well, then,
like,
okay, let's do this. Spoilers.
Spoilers.
So we're going to talk.
I think this is
about
only the first half of the season, though.
I think so. Yeah, because only 5 episodes.
Yeah.
Which really bummed me
Short.
out. Yeah. I could have kept watching this all day.
I was like, is that it?
That's it.
That's
yeah.
it. Oh.
Yeah, bummer. But yeah, okay. So Roboto sacrifices himself to reforge the Power Sword,
Which has been split in twain.
which of course was the original concept in the 80s.
Yeah, the toys.
The toys, you could split the sword apart.
Yes, you could.
Skeletor had a part, He-Man had a part. When they came together, they formed the Power Sword.
I like it. He-Man's got a buckler as well now. That
Yeah.
Hazel put
Really
it out. Oh yeah, that's a buckler.
yeah.
It
That
makes
was
sense.
cool.
Makes sense because he's got that big Captain America style shield, and then he's got his little basher kind of thing.
Yep.
But yeah, the time has passed, and yeah, Roboto though is like he's like, well, I'm a member of this family because my brain's based on yours, Duncan.
Yep.
And he calls Tila his sister.
Yep.
Which made it even worse. Like, oh, you said that. I know something's going to happen with you now. Although, it's great when he gets on the boat and Merman's there, Man-at-Arms, and he's just doing all this stuff, and they're like, I got you. No.
Yeah.
He's owned them 15 times.
Yeah.
Like, he's still got it. Holy crap, does he still have it?
Man-at-Arms was always one of my favorite characters, and like they really, really brought back the classic Man-at-Arms in this series, right?
They showed what gave him that job.
Yeah. He was the Royal Forger, wasn't he? Or Royal
Weaponsmith or something.
Royal
like that.
Weaponsmith, yeah.
Because he was more scientifically based, but yeah, he could build weapons, machinery, maintain machinery. So he was almost like a quartermaster as well.
Yeah.
So I think he kind of took that job on too. But Man-at-Arms and I think Commander of the Guard, and you see him like later on, they do it again where you see other guys with outfits like his, but not quite.
Not
Right?
quite,
Shows
yeah.
that it's a military thing.
Yeah.
But now he's just like some guy in the woods because by royal decree, he's no longer Man-at-Arms and not allowed to do any of those duties again or be executed.
Not allowed. He even said, if I so much as weld 2 pieces of metal together, I could be executed.
Yeah.
And I was like, wow.
Although
Randor's a dick.
Roboto gave a good loophole.
Yeah,
he's
well,
like, I know how to do
I know
this,
how to do it.
and I'm not you.
Yeah.
But I am you, so
Yeah,
yeah,
I could do it just as good. Thanks.
Yeah, I like that though. It's just like, hey, you don't have to.
Yeah. And we find out the Castle Greyskull is actually more or less a mirage or a hologram.
Yeah, it's a vault of like the magic of
It's
the planet.
the
or
wisdom.
something.
It's the Hall of Wisdom. Yeah, and the inside of it, like you said, is where all the magic for Eternia is.
Yeah,
held, so.
it's the library or something like that. They
Yeah,
call it.
something like that. Yeah, I can't remember exactly
And
what they call it.
there's this whole siege upon it, and at the end, He-Man is seemingly killed as the sword is split, and he reverts to Prince Adam, and Tila finally learns that he's Prince Adam.
Prince Adam.
This whole
and
time,
He-Man
she's like,
and Sam,
holy
and
crap.
She was pissed.
This kid has been this time. Yeah. And then saying, oh, I guess that's why Randor was that pissed, because his most trusted person in Eternia beyond his own royal whatever was his son.
Yep.
And he was letting him go out the whole time, risking his life like this.
Yeah. Without knowing. Well, I mean, realistically, He-Man, the most powerful man in the universe, not quite indestructible, but pretty damn close.
Now, at the same time, remember one part where they show the map of the universe and Evelyn shows that thing?
Yes.
Their universe is not that big.
No, it's not. No.
It's like a pocket universe.
Yeah.
Because they even kind of mention it, and they go over it even more in detail in the She-Ra series, although it's not quite the same continuity, but it's just extrapolating from the original stuff, is that they are pocket universes, both of them. In the original series, Eternia and Etheria are pocket universes parallel to each other.
And I don't know if I misheard this, but didn't they say something about Hero, the character Hero, defeated the Horde?
Yeah.
So wouldn't that be Hordak's guys from Etheria?
The Horde is supposed to be primarily Etheria in the She-Ra cartoon hides out in another pocket universe,
right?
Because in the main universe is the Horde and they've taken over. Blah blah. That's implied to be the main universe because Eternia is in the main universe.
Oh, okay.
But now that universe is not supposed to be that big as she laid out in the star plans.
Right.
So like Horde Prime and a few others and some other worlds, but apparently that universe isn't that physically big. So Marlena, in some continuities, when Marlena comes to Eternia, she comes with Beastman and Evelyn. They're humans and crew members on her ship. And in some continuities, she's coming from the Injustice universe. Okay. DC's universe, because there's a Masters Universe versus Injustice series. There's a whole bunch of them, and at one point, He-Man has the power of Shazam.
Yeah, okay.
That's OP as hell. But that's what I mean.
I don't think they're going to go that far
No,
with this series,
but there is a Mortal Kombat series out now, and they're doing Injustice. I think they may cross them over.
Okay.
Because they're the same company anyway. But no, Marlena always comes from off planet. She's a human.
Who's Marlena?
Queen Marlena, the mom.
Oh, okay.
Prince Adam's technically half human, half Eternian.
Oh, see, I didn't know that.
See, Eternians are supposed to be their own people.
Right.
Or alluded to be.
Yeah.
But she came from, like they even show it in the cartoon a bit, she came in a space shuttle kind of thing, in a spacesuit. Marlena's not native to the planet. She's a human.
Okay.
And she even talks about, like, in some other shows.
And this is from the 80s cartoon?
Yep.
Oh, God, I'm going to go back
the
and
80s
watch
onwards,
this.
she's a human.
Okay.
And in the new unified continuity, Evelyn and the guy who became Beastman were crew members.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay.
So they're supposed to be in the unified continuity humans as well. They came there and, like, Lynn learned the powers and magic and that, and Beastman mutated and all this stuff. So it's really interesting look at that continuity. The show is still good. I liked it. And I like what they worked with, mainly the hash of the original show, which is great, and just continue with it, which is good. Although the characters sound less ridiculous. So like Merman doesn't sound like he's gargling all the time.
He didn't sound like he was gargling.
And I kind of like that because he should be able to talk like that.
Yeah.
And it's just, and Cringer's less
cringy.
I felt bad about Orko.
Yeah, but it was kind of neat seeing that Orko's name isn't actually Orko.
No, it's Oracle.
It's Oracle. And the only reason he refers to himself as Orko and his friends would do is because he couldn't pronounce Oracle.
So it's like
maybe he is more powerful, or was more powerful than what we originally. And I mean, we see that when he's taking on Scareglow.
And as well, we don't know what's his name. He's a Talon
or Trollin?
Trollin or something like that. But we don't know what happens to Trollins when they do that.
Right?
Do they die, or does he go back? Because he's supposed to be from another. Trollins are from another realm.
Another realm. Yep.
That's what I mean. Like, when his power disperses, does he just go back, kind of like when Spawn in the comics and all of his powers gone, he goes back to hell, kind of thing.
Yeah.
Is that kind of the same thing?
I guess we'll have to wait and see.
Yeah, because they do leave a lot hanging. Are we really seeing as much of a price pay? Because remember in the beginning, what the sorcerer says, time is more powerful than magic.
Yeah.
And Teela seems like she's starting to conduit out some power because she's the sorcerer's daughter. And all they said was her father, all they've said in the continuity was a great hero from their past. It's not Duncan. Duncan's their adopted father.
Oh, Duncan's their adopted father.
I think her father's Hero.
Possibly. I mean, anything's possible, and that certainly makes a lot of sense. I think Teela, because at the end of this 5 episodes, we see Adam get killed by Skeletor as he's about to change.
Mortally wounded.
Mortally wounded. Okay, we'll go with mortally wounded. And Skeletor gets the power of the Power Sword.
Yeah.
Turns into Super Skeletor, I guess, as you want to call him.
But can he truly possess the power? Is it like Thor, where you have to have some form of worthiness?
I don't think so.
That's what I'm wondering.
I kind of had the impression that, if you got your hands on that sword, that's it. You have the power. But I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. Overall, a really, really good series. If you're a fan, even if you're not a fan, even if you're just a fan of animated series, in any form, watch it.
Yeah,
give it a watch. It's 5 episodes. It's literally 2.5 hours of your life.
Yeah, that was all. I thought it was going to be longer because it was like, it was only 5 episodes.
Yeah.
Oh well, but I'm looking forward to more.
Yeah,
I am.
Yeah, absolutely.
It looks like it's going to be fun.
Yeah.
I hope that they can do it where this is like a story arc they go over, and then they can actually, like, is Revelation supposed to be the end? I know it's kind of biblical in reference to that, but if there's anything past this, if Revelation's just the end of this story and a new chapter starts kind of thing.
It was kind of like what they're doing with the Beast with the Transformers right now.
Yeah.
Where you had Earth War or the War for Cybertron series. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah. Which I think starts up again in a few days. The 29th.
Yeah, that's right, too, because some
really
of the new
soon.
toys have been up to Walmart. Yeah. Actually, I looked up because sometimes there's a way to spoil something that's coming out. Look in the toy section.
Look at the toy section.
If there's new toys to the line, there's new stuff. Although, speaking of Masters of the Universe, I'm so mad. The only thing that's was a Stratos and Rayman and Clamp Champ are the only 3 figures up there. Everybody gets up there early and cleans it out.
Yeah.
That's all they're left with there. And there's this one thing with, like, Prince Adam, whatever, but there's no price tag on it, so I'm guessing it's over 100.
Try EB Games.
Yeah, I might run over there because I want to get 1 or 2.
I know we say we're going to try and stop doing this, but I am definitely plugging EB Games. Go over, they got all kinds of good stuff over there.
Yeah, I keep forgetting to go over there because I've scored Gundam and everything over there.
Yeah, see, exactly. Last time I was over there, they had a Cringer with He-Man on it, or Battle Cat with He-Man.
I need to figure that out. I've found sites that have like files, but it's for larger scale.
Yeah.
And they want like an arm and a leg for the file. Like there's a file where you can print a He-Man and Cringer, like the toy, to scale to this big.
That's a bit big.
Yeah, so I'm wondering if I could scale it down a bit or anything like that. But I just want the armor because I actually have Battle Armor He-Man and Battle Armor Skeletor.
Right.
And I have Cyclone. I do need to fix one of them. One of them, their chest don't work right. And you can actually, Toy Pillow shows how to fix the legs. The legs get all loose after a while.
Yep.
You can buy bags of the rubbers and just
put them in. It was the same thing with the G.I. Joe figures back in the day. So that kind of leads me to another question now. So we've seen a nostalgic reboot of Transformers. We've seen a nostalgic reboot of He-Man and the Masters of the Universe. Do you think we're going to see a nostalgic reboot of G.I. Joe in cartoon form? Well, not movie form, but cartoon form. Because
they're pushing it already in the movies, because we're going to be seeing Snake Eyes any day.
Which apparently was garbage.
Yeah.
I'll still go see
I think it's like another bit. I think that's kind of more leftover from the old stuff. I think they're trying to bring back over from the last series, which they shouldn't. They should do like a Transformers. But except for some like visual stuff, clean slate it.
Yeah.
And that's what they did, except for like some visual stuff to Bumblebee.
Yeah.
They've clean slated it. It's a different continuity. People say Michael Bay is attached. Yeah, he paid for the writers' room on his way out.
That's it. That's all he's doing. Thank goodness, because the Michael Bay Transformers were garbage. But anyway, so G.I. Joe Origins Snake Eyes came out last week. Didn't show up here, unfortunately. We've still got Black Widow here though, so that kind of makes sense.
Because they're supposed to for a while, I guess.
Well, usually the Disney stuff stays here for 4 weeks. So we'll have to wait and see if it comes. Yeah.
That's going to be next, I think.
Which one?
Suicide Squad, I think, is going to be here next. I think. I'm not sure.
See what's going up against it. What's getting released the same week or within a week. I don't know, see? If Angel Sky was here, she'd look it up.
Yeah, she'd look it up because she'd
know.
Where to look. Oh, well.
She's our wealth of cinema knowledge. But yeah, we'll have to see what's coming because...
If not, I'll just find a home copy and I'll break out the projector and the screen out in the deck.
If it's something that's coming from one of the big studios, we're not going to get Suicide Squad. I hate to tell you, that's the way this place works.
Yeah.
So. Or if a kids movie is coming out, we're not going to get Suicide Squad. But then again, it is it's a James Gunn movie. We've if we can get the shitty DC movies here, like the original Justice League and Man of Steel,
there is one way around it.
What's that?
So, although they can't show it here for full showings and not Disney, new releases can be viewed for $200.
Really?
Yes, they can.
Oh.
So you just have to pay for it, and I think you get a single showing. Same rules apply. 20 people, $5 per after. So I'm gonna look into that because maybe you get a few people together. Yeah. Never know if it's good enough to see. Or I could just get it through Amazon or something and watch it on my deck. But drinks and
Yeah.
food, and I can still pop popcorn and
Yeah.
invite people over.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, you never know. Flash. Season finale of The Flash. You know what? I don't even remember it.
That's what I'm trying to do right now. Okay, so
I can't remember it.
they saved the day.
They saved
I
the day.
know they saved the day because they always do.
Oh, it had a happy ending.
Yeah, it had a happy ending
That's
and
what it
family and all this
Yeah.
stuff. Although Missy, Killer Frost is lamenting like the disappearance of her ice cold love interest.
Chilblain.
Yeah.
What a bad
I
name.
still laugh at that because they did it on Robot Chicken.
Yeah.
As all the Frost characters are all robbing the bank and pops in somebody, and then Chilblain pops in. It's like, who are you? I'm Chilblain. Was it? Oh, I forgot about Chilblain. And somebody said, "You in America, buddy."
Yeah. such a, I mean,
That's what all the cold gimmick guys are all
Yeah.
robbing the same bank at the same time. Everyone's like, "Yeah, Chilblain, go away."
yeah, no.
But yeah, I saw that, and they had for like an episode. They seemed like they were getting with that, and then there's like, I think they were just more like, "Yeah, let's kill this."
Yeah.
Yeah, I think they're gonna go fresh with next season. I think.
I
Hopefully,
hope so.
because
and I mean,
this is just.
I follow Danielle Panabaker on Twitter and Instagram, and she, I mean, no doubt she's proud of the work she's doing with the
Yeah.
series, proud of the work she's done with the series.
I think she's one of the more interesting characters as
But-
Frost.
Yeah, after watching the season finale,
Yeah.
I tweeted her and I was like, I really hope season 8 is a lot better than this one.
Yeah.
It kills me because the series started off so strong.
Now we do have a new meta in the TV show team, so to speak.
Yes.
Somebody has mimic abilities.
Mimic abilities,
She
yeah.
mimicked Godspeed's speed powers,
Yep.
which kind of drove her body a little nuts.
Yeah.
Because was it Velocity 9 he uses or
Velocity
something?
9 or
yeah,
something
so
like
she
that,
was
yeah.
synchronizing the abilities of somebody using Velocity 9.
Yeah.
She didn't even have the drug in her system.
Nope.
And there was something else she did apparently at one point or something. She mentioned she did something else.
Oh,
before.
yeah, the guy that was hunting them 2 episodes ago
Yeah.
is immortal.
Yeah.
And when the bomb that killed her army squad
Yeah.
blew up, he and her were the only 2 survivors.
Yeah, because
He survived because he's immortal. She
Yes,
survived because she mimicked
he's
his,
immortal, yeah.
mimicked
So-
his abilities.
I'm wondering if it's just metahumans or can she do aliens?
We'd have to wait and
Like
see.
Kryptonians. That would be interesting. She
Yep.
could be Ultra Boy's ancestor for all we know.
Well, you never know.
But that's the thing, too. I'm wondering if they're going to start mixing in, like, the Legion, maybe, and start making things more interesting.
With 1 season
Now,
left, I don't know.
I
man.
got one thing that bugged me.
What's that?
So, you notice how somebody's been popping up in all the episodes?
Who?
Who's been popping up in every episode? John. Diggle.
Oh, yeah, okay, yeah.
He popped up in Superman and Lois, but that is supposed to be in the future, isn't
Yes.
it?
That's what I thought.
I was just like, too, it was like, aren't these supposed to be newborns in Flash, but they're supposed to be like teenagers here? So isn't this supposed to be technically in the future?
That's what I thought. I thought Superman and Lois was 15 years after the Crisis event.
Because the Crisis, the kids are literally just born
Just
on Argo.
born. Yeah.
Yeah, and the Crisis actually ended up making them have twins
Yes.
instead of just one.
Yeah.
But that's
So
what I mean.
that was
It's
kinda
like,
strange.
I was like, I guess you're going to shoehorn them in on everything now.
Yeah.
But now, John Blizzard's ship is supposed to appear in this next season of Stargirl as Jay Garrick.
Oh, interesting.
So him and I think Diggle have been floating around a bit more. I think he's going to be the way Diggle maybe gets over there.
Possibly.
And they discover that power battery's going nuts. Yeah, this ring's going nuts too. Or this box is going nuts too.
That would make sense. But Sean, that would make sense.
Well, they don't have
So
the same
they're
writers
not
as
gonna
Flash.
do it.
No, they don't have the same writers as Flash though. Just go watch Stargirl.
Which I'm going to now.
Go
that
watch
it's available on
Stargirl.
Prime.
Yeah, go watch Stargirl. You should because the writing style is chalk and cheese.
Okay.
Chalk and cheese shows well. I mean, like, look at the cast they got. They actually got a bit of a caliber cast. Even like Luke Wilson's in this, and Amy Smart, and a bunch of others from like the 90s and that. Like, but they're getting good, and there's no like weird relationship stuff unraveling things or anything. like that.
No. What I'm saying is your idea.
Yeah.
Is fantastic.
Yeah.
And it's so good and makes so much sense that studio executives won't do it.
Yeah, that's true.
Because it is a fan thing.
Yeah. Well, I can.
Right?
I'd sign off all rights to it.
Well,
just give me a nod.
I mean, Warner Brothers and the CW are historically known for interfering with their projects too much.
Yeah. Well, that's
So-
why they were able to dig up dirt on the last executive they had with Warner Brothers.
Yeah.
Because they had to do that to get CBS and Paramount back together because now the Star Trek stuff can play nice.
Can all play nice together.
And that's going to be soon.
Yeah. Okay, What If starts August 11th
Yep.
on Disney Plus, which I can't wait for. That's going to be our first look into the multiverse.
Yep, it is.
Looking forward to that.
It is. Around that time, too, is going to be Stargirl Season 2.
Stargirl Season 2?
So you got 2 weeks to watch this season.
Okay. Well, I'm hoping to get through that this week.
That's what I mean. That's what I mean. You will. You'll enjoy it, actually.
Yeah.
It's basically they take Infinity Incorporated and blend it with Stars and Stripes.
See, I like that.
That's what they do, and they
Yeah.
take all the good out of it and put it into it.
Okay.
That's what I mean.
They, they blend it all together in a nice Stargirl smoothie. Okay.
But yeah, Strange New World should be, I think, September 3rd. They said, like, the fallish time.
Yeah.
There's something else coming out this month, too.
Lower Deck Season 2.
Yeah, Lower Deck Season 2. I haven't seen the trailer yet. Oh. I know, apparently Jeffrey Combs plays, like, a computer or something in it.
Oh, it is so good.
Like, everyone's fighting for Jeffrey Combs to be on there, right? We said we should just have an episode where it's all Jeffrey Combs characters.
They did give a little bit of a spoiler in the trailer, though, because, of course, at the end of Season 1, we know that Boimler has gone on to the Titan.
Because he's now Lieutenant.
He's now Lieutenant Boimler on the USS Titan with Captain Riker. But they show him back on the Cerritos.
Oh, he probably said something about Jazz and got transported off the ship on the first opportunity.
Right.
Jazz, isn't that cool?
And we see him assimilated as a Borg.
Yeah.
So
apparently we also see Tom Paris.
Tom Paris is in it, but now they kind of put the Tom Paris appearance in context.
Yeah,
Boimler's fixing something in one of the Jeffries tubes.
Yeah,
and Paris is on a plate talking to him.
Yeah,
and Boimler's like, "Thanks a lot, Tom Paris." He goes, "Well, I don't really know if you should thank me because the fumes in here are really making you."
That's what I mean, right? Like, but that's what you get is like you get stuff like that, and it's even though it's in continuity, it's not serious, and that's the thing. Star Trek has never done, and it's done until now, comedy.
No.
And they
but it's situational comedy, right? Because it's like you're still in Starfleet, you're still doing the Strange New Worlds thing, you're still Prime Directive, blah blah.
They need to do it. What was it, Eric Andre style show, but it's hosted by Garrick.
Oh my god!
And Morn.
Oh my god!
Morn don't say nothing, of course.
Morn, the guy that never shuts up.
Yeah. That's what I mean. But the joke would be like because his species, their words aren't quite translatable. The universal translator breaks every week, so it's a different voice.
Oh, that'd be funny.
That'd be funny.
Yeah.
And you get like either some returning cast members or guest stars.
Yeah.
But that'd be nice, like Garrick's little like late night dish show or whatever. He talks about who he's killed this week and all this stuff. But yeah, no, that's what I mean. It's they know what they got now. That's why they push for the reuniting because this is their MCU, and they know it.
Yeah.
Like, and they've got way more history to play with, and so many people want it seen done. Maybe they'll start.
Then you got these people out there hating on this new Trek, and I'm like, man, it's Trek. Shut up.
It's because they still want to see balsa wood sets and beehive hairdos and subjugation.
Yeah.
Like it's just they don't want to progress the thing. No. Is all.
No. The only
it's
been
retconned to hell anyway.
Yeah, exactly. But the only criticism I have about, and it's not even really about new Trek. It's more about the way the studios are presenting new Trek as being uncommonly progressive.
Yeah.
And I'm like, but Trek is all for the time frames or for the times that the Trek series came out, they were progressive for that time.
They're uncommonly progressive. Right? Like, and Rachel Kiss
so
and all
this
stuff.
this is nothing new for the franchise when you think about it, right? Yeah. Like Janeway was a strong, capable female leader. But yet for some reason the studios and the PR systems behind these new shows, they're all like, Burnham's the first. No, she's not. No.
She's like not at all. Like I mean, like, what was it? Well, I mean, we've seen other female captains in TNG as well, like not feature captains, but
not
I mean that's what I mean.
But we know they're out there.
That's what I mean. Like even before Captain Janeway, we were seeing other female captains. Even like Nechayev became an admiral before,
even though she was a bitch. Let's be real.
Yeah. Although I bet you she's one of those ones that keeps a big secret that she stripped during her college days.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, it's one of those.
You know somebody that
kinky. That's what I mean, right? Like
she's a freak.
That's not what they called you in college. There, fireball.
She's got one of them. What are they called?
Those tassels in the boots.
No, when you go to Rise, you get that.
Oh, jam shot or whatever the heck that is.
Well, the
little. You want this?
Yeah, it's for Jamharan.
Jamharan, yeah.
When you give it to somebody. When you want
because Will gives him that when he goes there. It's like, oh, man.
Yeah.
No, I ain't letting you do nothing for me
anymore.
What
is that called?
Horda?
Yeah, as a hoarder or something like
Something
that. The
like that. I can't remember what it's
little
called, yeah.
statue, and then somebody's like, "Oh no, that means you're on the DL.
Yeah.
You want to hook up?" It's like,
You're DTF.
Yeah. I wonder if Will
Family show.
But I wonder if Will's just like, because he knows what Picard's like. I wonder if he's like, well, I wonder what kind of face he made when he learned, kind of thing. Because he knows, he was doing it for a joke, of course. But I mean, I just wonder if he was hoping, maybe he might have met somebody with tentacles.
Well,
oh yeah.
Which reminds, okay, good segue. Tentacles.
You ever see the Riker Twitter Googling history Twitter? No. It's just all of it, what you would think Riker would enter into Google search. One is just ass. One is just was it something about betazoid vaginas or something like that?
Oh my god!
It's just oh my god. But no, you said tentacles. But that's what I mean. Like
Legends of Tomorrow.
Yeah. Oh my god! Yes, Malcolm Rory is going to be. It took me a little clicking. Oh wait, his daughter's also pregnant too, so he can't say shit.
He can't say shit about being pregnant.
Yeah. I was wondering, oh, wait, he likes to drink, too. Is he allowed to drink with these things?
Well, they're alien creatures in his head that are going to explode out his back, apparently. Yeah. So, like, oh, wow, okay.
That means baby shower.
Yeah.
On that ship.
And Gary was all like, wait a second. You know what Gary is? Wait a second. Did she put a tentacle in your ear? And he's like, yeah.
Oh man, I can't wait to see if they're going to do this whole like. I was like, what was that movie where Schwarzenegger got pregnant? Junior,
yeah,
Junior. But with somebody who's like, I don't know, he's got a unique guy. He's a cat burglar, progressive women's author, and dad now. Now he's going to be a dad.
Mick is not a bad guy, though.
No, Mick Rory's not a bad guy.
He's a thief. He's a criminal.
Yeah, but he just does bankroll the ship. All he does is he steals like Fabergé eggs and stuff. He's not like robbing people in the street. He's like, I steal from rich people because they're dumb.
Yeah,
kind of thing,
that's exactly what his thing is. Yeah, they're dumb.
I like him like that. It's just like it's so funny. He's like, you got to take a shower kind of thing because they said there the other week. Apparently, he doesn't wash much though.
No, his hygiene practices are not the best.
Although we now had what's her name switch with her other version.
Yeah. My God, why do I keep forgetting all these characters' names?
Zari or whatever.
Zari, yeah. So
Zari, but it's funny because she said to her, "Yeah, maybe he wants a brother around, sister around that he can do like mushrooms with or something." Yeah. They're very open about the drug use on the show.
Well, you know what though? I find they overplay that a little bit,
but I think
much.
It's because of the character.
Yeah.
But other than that, like, yeah. But at least we don't have like the captain and co-captains being too annoying or anything like that. That could have been really annoying.
Yeah.
I'm glad they didn't do it that way.
Yeah. I gotta miss Rip Hunter though. I know Rip was only around for 2 seasons.
I wish they would pop her in from time to time at least because like John Constantine does as a guest character because people was like, oh, he wasn't on this week. Yeah, he's always a special guest character.
He's a special guest
because of the budget. Yeah. But like now he's discovering he can siphon magic and it gets him high.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's getting addicted to
that.
That
was a little bit different.
Yeah. Well, that's what I mean. Now he's got no real magic to his own, so he's got to mainline it from other things. It's kind of like in Masters of the Universe. Same thing. They were siphoning magic power off of items because there's hardly any magic.
Yeah.
So he's got his crop is like dry, so he's got to get it from other crops.
What was that in the bottles? Was that vampire blood?
It was an essence or something like that. It wasn't vampire blood. It was something else. It was like a regenerative something. I can't remember what it was. It looked like a heal potion from a game, but like, it was like some essence or something in there. But like,
and it messed him up big time
because he's able to feed off of magic or something. The powers or something like. Because I think it was how he right now siphons magic.
Yeah.
His little Aleister Crowley
painting. The Aleister Crowley painting, that was kind of cool, but they really need to go back and revisit the Constantine series and maybe give him back
Well, that's what I think they're starting to gear into. They did do the animated series on CWC, and I didn't watch... No, I did after a while because they compiled him into like a movie.
Okay.
And I watched it that way, but they should. I mean, it's really worth it. And like they have like HBO Max if they want to go like pretty raw with it.
Well, the series, the one season series that they had on NBC was actually really, really well done. A lot of Easter eggs, like Dr. Fate's helmet.
The first thing I noticed.
I really enjoyed that series where they were going with it, and they canceled it and then moved him over to Legends, which is more of a comedic series.
Yeah,
a little more
that's
of an action comedy.
Well, he did pop up first in Arrow and stuff like
Arrow,
that.
he did make an appearance in Arrow.
Because Zatanna got him over or something like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, they apparently CW got all the rights for that stuff, so they could pick that back up if they want to. I mean, like,
really
look at what's her name? She's a grown-up now. The girl.
Oh, the girl,
because that's her, right?
Yeah.
So they obviously have rights to the stories in that. So
Yeah.
they can easily do it again.
Yeah.
Or, pick it up where they left off. And I think maybe they might be doing that with him. I think right now, Matt, whatever his name is that plays him, I think Matt Ryan, he has a lot of... that's why they put him as that as well, because he has other commitments. So, because I think at one point in one of the seasons he wasn't in there very much because he does like 2 or 3 series over in the UK.
Yeah.
Like he's busy apparently.
Yeah.
Like he's actually fairly in demand. So
Yeah.
that's why I think he can't commit to a full-on series. They do blocks with him, and then that's it for the season.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
And I love the fact. I mean, we the audience knew that John Constantine is openly bisexual.
Yeah.
I'm glad they're finally saying the B word on the show.
Because BuzzFeed was like trying to say like, oh, they queer erased him because they didn't show any of his bisexuality or anything like that on NBC. Yeah, wait till he got back over to CW.
Yeah.
They made a whole season of it.
Yeah.
So they I mean, like they have the co-captains. They have like CW is another progressive place, but I mean like we joke is like we watched Batwoman and what's her name and her boyfriend ended up both on. He's like, oh, of course they kill off the straight couple. but I don't think there's going to be such a thing over on Batwoman now. Just all the main characters still gay. I think it's more of a, like I said, they tied up that old storyline and they're just done with the crows and everything like that, and it's back to GCPD and all that stuff. But like they have fun with it over on Legends. Like they did that episode where they're in TV shows and they had them as Kirk and Spock. So they were also doing the whole slash fiction aspect thing. Yeah. Although they also had Rory like full hair. Was it?
He was supposed to be calling
Wrath of Dawn.
Wrath of Dawn.
I'm Dawn. Where's my wrath? He's just throwing his hair back.
Throwing his hair back. Yeah. Oh my God.
Arrogant.
Speaking of which, did you see the thing on Instagram? I think it was on about the collage of Tom Hiddleston's flicking his hair.
No, I didn't.
Oh my God! It is hilarious. It's every time Tom Hiddleston flicks his hair in the Loki series, and he's like, and he flicks his hair, and the look on his face.
Picard maneuver.
Oh my! It's the Picard. It's the Loki maneuver.
That makes you think of
it's hilarious.
The photo somebody took of Hugh Jackman when he's jogging.
Oh
those faces
those
that he was making.
Punched. Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
That's something I'm still wondering if he's gonna get paychecked enough to do a one-off appearance as Wolverine again.
Man, like
people say, he'd say like, "Oh, I'm too old."
Let me tell you something.
Connery said the same thing, and he came back in the 80s as him. He hadn't played him for 2 decades.
Yeah. If Ryan Reynolds puts enough pressure, or Ryan Reynolds and Jake Gyllenhaal, I should say, put enough pressure on Hugh Jackman,
Trinity.
Hugh Jackman will come back to play Wolverine. You got no worries about that. Hugh Jackman has said he wants to play Wolverine in the MCU, even if it's for one thing.
Like I said, do a Connery. Never say never again. That was the whole reason why they named it. Because he said it in an interview. Yeah, well, you never play Bond again. Never say never.
Yeah.
And that's the thing. He could play whatever incarnation, too, because, especially if we're screwing around with the multiverse, this could be that old man Logan that they used in the Avengers recently.
Yep.
They could use one of the Patches or something like that, right?
Oh, my God. I'd love to see Patch.
That's what I mean. Just drag him in for, like, Madripoor, all drunk and surly and all patched up. And
why not? We've seen Madripoor. Madripoor is in the MCU. So.
That's what I mean.
Yep.
He could already be there.
Yep.
Well, like I said, like the whole them playing around and weakening the timelines and walls, I think when somebody was giving Blink a little bit of training at the mansion, she might have opened up a hole in a speedster and ended up accidentally running through. That's what I mean. Like this whole thing what Loki's doing with the TV. Now, just for cleanliness' sake, they might not try to reference it too much because of the other shows and all that stuff, but there's definitely going to be some weakening on the go.
Oh, absolutely.
So I think we're going to learn pretty soon what's going on in Spider-Man. Spider-Man's definitely going to be playing up on some of this.
Yeah. Oh, without a doubt. Well, I mean, we know for a fact that Andrew Garfield and Tobey Maguire are in the movie. What they're going to be.
Yeah.
It'd be very cool to see Tobey Maguire as, like, the 616 Spider-Man. Because before anybody freaks out at me for saying 616 Spider-Man, the MCU, even though Jake Gyllenhaal's character said, you're from Universe 616, that is not the 616
No,
universe.
because it was a scam anyway.
It was a scam anyway. It was all made up.
He pulled the numbers out of his butt.
Yep. The 616 universe is the Prime universe, the comics only.
Yeah, because
that is 616.
MCU is 60999 or something like that.
Massive,
it's a massive number.
Yeah, exactly. 6099999 or something like that. Yeah, it's huge.
I think it's the date that Iron Man came in.
Oh, is that what it is?
Something like that. Okay. I think it is, or something like that.
Okay. Yeah,
I
and
think
if you and if you look up the Marvel multiverse by their universal numbers, be prepared to read for about a
It's
day.
a long list.
It's a long friggin' list.
Because every time something happens out of continuity, well, it happened here.
It happened here. It happened
Yeah.
there. It happened. You know, at least DC had the sense to want to go 52 universes. That's
Yeah.
it.
And sometimes they were screwing around in 3.
Yeah.
1, 2, and 5 or something like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah. But Marvel, every time something variation like this-
Spider-Man wore plaid. That was in whatever
Yeah,
universe.
Punk Rock Spider-Man.
Yeah.
That's universe M28463.
It's the same as like the universe of Thanos and the helicopter. That's Spider-Man and his amazing friends.
Exactly.
Which you see that helicopter again in Loki.
Yep.
As soon as I saw that, I was like, oh my god, that piece of crap.
Can you imagine the Thanos copter?
I wonder if there's any hostess pies floating
Oh my
around in
God.
some of these, right? Like some of these timelines that are Nerf.
That would be hilarious.
Oh my god, they got to throw
That
that in
would
for
be
like a
fantastic.
joke. They go back and find like classic Loki and the alligator's still alive.
Yeah.
They're just eating hostess fruit pies.
Did you see the picture of
What's the name? Played the father.
Odin?
Yeah, Anthony Hopkins. And
Anthony
he's holding up
Hopkins.
a little.
He's
yeah.
holding up a little alligator.
And they photoshopped
Odin
it with him.
Odin with baby Loki.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, that's priceless.
my god.
You guys are all sick.
I wonder now what we're going to see too in the way of what if like other stories like we've seen a teaser already where T'Challa joins the Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah.
Which
And
I'm wondering
didn't they
because
have the Infinity Gauntlet?
what?
Didn't T'Challa have the Infinity Gauntlet?
I think in
the preview?
another one and another one where Steve isn't given the super soldier serum.
No.
It's what's her name? Peggy.
Peggy Carter. Yeah.
And we see where like there's zombies and well Bucky's having to deal with them.
We see the zombie universe.
Dark Doctor Strange or something fighting like the regular Doctor Strange and a few other. So we're seeing a lot of stuff. And plus, Secret Invasion is still going ahead too.
Secret Invasion is still going
People
ahead.
keep forgetting that.
Yeah,
I think that's supposed to be animated, but prime continuity.
I believe so. Yeah.
Yeah, because they're supposed to animate just for ease of putting the series out, but
Yeah.
it's more for the Skrulls, I think.
And
And Nick Fury.
so, yeah,
I think
and
it's Nick Fury
yeah.
and his new because Shield isn't really so much Shield anymore, and now he's getting other Skrulls to take care of his business for him. So
Yeah, which is what we saw. What movie was that?
last Spider-Man movie. We thought we were
Last
seeing Nick
Spider-Man
Fury
movie.
and what's her name the whole
Right.
time, and it was two Skrulls
It was two
because they're
Skrulls.
off in space.
Yeah, yeah. Nick
So
Fury.
pinch
Yeah,
hitting.
Nick Fury's off in the up on the mothership or whatever
Yeah.
it is. Yeah, and he actually says, "Time to go back to work."
Yeah.
And I'm like, "Yeah, let's do it."
That's all I'm wondering where are they going?
Yeah.
What's going on?
And I kind of, like now that we got like 3 minutes left here. Now that we're into the multiverse, like I want to see World War II cigar chomping
Nick Fury.
Nick Fury,
The OG, yeah.
the OG, and I want to see the OG played by David Hasselhoff, who did the movie back in the 90s.
I saw that. Back
Right.
in the day. I think
That
you still
was-
see that on YouTube.
It was garbage,
Oh, God.
but it was still Nick
Something.
Fury.
It's still
It was
something.
supposed to be a backdoor pilot
Yeah.
to a series.
Yeah, but they
You know,
didn't
Nick
like
Fury, Agents of
Fox.
S.H.I.E.L.D. Yeah, it was
Because
Fox.
Fox had a bunch of things then because they had the Generation X series.
Yes, they had Generation X.
Yeah, there was the Mutant X thing, but there was a lawsuit because Marvel licensed it to the company that did it, but Fox got mad because they were using mutants, and so they had to strip anything X-Men out of it.
Yep.
So that was a Marvel series, but it wasn't X-Men.
Yeah.
There were a few things floating around like that in the 90s, a few little series. Although I did get to see the animated Silver Surfer series, and I wish that would have went on for
That
longer.
was a good series.
It was so stupid that they killed it so
the
fast.
animation in that was light years ahead.
And the
of where it
stories
was. And the
were-
stories was fantastic.
I mean, Beta Ray Bill within 3 episodes, like,
Yeah.
wow, that's really actually getting into the meat and potatoes stuff.
Yeah. Can you get this on Disney Plus? Do you know? I don't know.
I'm pretty sure they have all the rights to it now.
They've got all the rights to it. I know
I gotta,
that.
I gotta look
but
it up. I
whether
gotta
or
look it
not
up and
they're on
see
there.
because I haven't seen. I don't even know if anybody has uploaded it.
Don't know. There was an Iron Man animated series. There was a Fantastic Four animated series.
There's a CG Iron Man series as well. A little while after the first
CG,
film.
yeah, where Tony Stark's a kid. Mm-hmm. Tony Stark's a young kid.
I saw the first episode, but after that, I didn't see anything. And
I saw.
the Neil Patrick Harris Spider-Man CGI series as well.
Yes.
That was Mainframe made that.
Mainframe, and there was a bunch of there was Spider-Man Unlimited, and there was Spider-Man and His Amazing Friends. There was just a ton of animated series.
And plus, there's Japanese Spider-Man.
Japanese Spider-Man, yeah. But of course, to end off the show, the best series of all time was the X-Men animated series, and I know if Angel Sky was here, she would agree with me. All right, so that's it for us for this episode, folks, which, of course, don't forget, we dedicate it to my friend in Bullhead City, Arizona, Laura. I hope she managed to listen to the entire episode and we didn't bore her to death. Happy birthday once again, Laura. We are done for the week, so we'll be back next week. Same geek time, same geek channel. Say goodnight, Geek.
Good night.